Morning everyone, Ian from DIY Home and Gardening in the greenhouse, 15th December. Feel like I'm really behind on some of the gardening jobs that I had planned, which includes planting out my allium bulbs. So they should have been in the ground back in October. I've just run out of time, so thought I would pot them up instead. So if I turn the camera around and we can have a look together. So this is variety Allium Purple Sensation. Produces the large globular purple flowers in summertime, and they're always planted in the autumn to get your best results. As I say, I didn't get around to it, so my thought is to plant them into pots. Now I've done the first batch there, first couple of bags, these ones, and I'll just do these ones, quickly show you how to pot them and then what I'm planning to do with the other bits. So nice and simple, these are just going into some 10.5cm pots, and the idea being it will allow the bulbs to continue to grow and develop, ready for planting out in the spring, much like as if we've been planting them in the autumn time. If I was just planting these or potting these up, leaving them outside, then they will be backwards compared to if I planted them in the autumn. However, my thinking is that by potting them up and having them grow in the protection of the cold frame outside, so it's not heated but it sits warmer than if they're in the ground, then they will develop root quicker and they should be on par flowering wise, development wise, as if I'd planted them earlier. Now what I'm doing is I'm potting these individual bulbs, but also because these only came as 5 in a pack and I want to get a few more bulbs, I'm also taking off any little bulblets that have formed to the sides of the bulbs themselves. So in terms of planting, fill the pot with multi-purpose compost, roughly halfway up, putting the bulb into the compost. This furry part of it is the root zone, or the old root zone, so we're putting that to the base, pointy bit to the top, just pop it in so it's nicely firmed into the compost, cover over, and that's the first one done. And basically repeating the process nice and quick, so having a look for any extra bulblets that there are and work away along, completing the task. Right, okay, so let's show you those quickly. So that's all the proper size bulbs planted. Now to tackle the bulblets. Now all I'm going to be doing, using a seed tray. So let's pop this down. So this is a 12 cell seed tray, not that it really matters. You could just use an open seed tray that doesn't have individual cells, but the reason I'm doing this is because, or using this, is because it's going to allow me to put the individual corms into the tray, and then once they're developed they can then be planted out in modular form within the garden. Now out of the 3 packs, so out of 15 bulbs, I've ended up with multitude of corms or bulbils, whatever you would like to call them. They should be called bulbils. Much smaller. Now these almost certainly won't flower next year, but they should do for the subsequent year. So we're in 2024 at the moment, so they should be flowering up to flowering size for 2026. Exactly the same. The flattened base bit, if they haven't got any root showing, goes to the bottom, pointy bit to the top. Now as I've filled the cells more or less to the top, I'm just going to push them in. I lightly filled the cell tray up so as to keep some air pockets, make it easier. If you got any of the real papery stuff left on, you can pull that off. So I'm just pushing them down so that the tip is level with the top of the cell tray. So just put these in. It doesn't matter too much about your planting depth at this time of year, because this is purely to get them going. Once we come to do the planting out in the springtime, well, then you can dig your hole 3 times the depth of the height of the bulb, if you like, and plant them, and that will then be the correct one for your planting in there. But for the time being, we're just purely using the pots and this seed tray to get them off. So fields 12, still got an additional 5, and to be honest, as they are so small, I'm just going to duplicate in some of these cells, and it doesn't really matter too much, as I say, because they will be planted out in the spring anyway, so I'll be able to reassess what they're doing. So we put them in like so, crumble up some more compost, put that over the top, lightly firming as you go in. Don't forget to label the tray so you know what it is. And again, once these are done or labelled up, these will go in the cold frame as well. Talk amongst yourselves whilst I finish writing this label. Purple sensation. There we are, label done. And as I say, the seed tray plus the pots are going to go into the cold frame, and they will be protected sufficiently in there to enable them to get to a good start and give me some good plants ready for spring. That's it. Nice, easy video of what to do if you don't quite get around to planting out your autumn bulbs in the autumn. As I say, with certain things like alliums, crocus, always have a look, see if there's some additional plants to be had, almost like an easy early propagation video. So if you've got any questions, then please send those questions to me. If you've liked the video, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the reminder button so you don't miss out on the future videos. And I always say it, but it's so true, just enjoy yourself, have fun, try something different. I wouldn't say this is trying something different, but if you are one of those like me, bought too many bulbs, plant them now. See how you get on versus the ones that you planted at the correct time of year. So, till next time, bye for now.